Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Friday, May 14th, 2021, and it's already, not only is it started, but it's in full swing. What am I talking about? Did you catch Bloomberg this morning? I'm sitting here, having a cup of coffee, watching Bloomberg, and they bring out the demon herself of the Federal Reserve, Loretta Mester. This woman is from hell. Okay, I'm telling you right now. I want to read a few things that she said to you. These are quotes, okay? And then I'm going to go on to the abysmal economic news that we got this morning. By the way, stock futures are higher across the board absolutely horrid, and abysmal economic news. So this is the demon from the Federal Reserve, Loretta Mester. And these are several quotes. I want you to pay attention to this. She said, "The Fed is in a good place with monetary policy." Number two, the Fed is still far from its goals. Now, let's talk about that for a second. She's talking about how the Fed is doing. How about our free fall economy, which continues to get round after round after round of abysmal economic news? Let's move forward here. She is also on the parade bandwagon that, inflation is temporary. And I'm going to tell you what pisses me off. The guy who's asking her questions doesn't follow up by saying, "Okay, Demon Mester, can you please explain why you believe that inflation is temporary right now? And why is the Federal Reserve buying mortgage-backed securities when we have a housing hyperbubble?" No, those questions can't be asked. And then here's the last thing that the Federal Reserve demon herself said. More people need to be vaccinated. Thank you, Dr. Demon Loretta Mester. You can't make this stuff up. It's impossible to do. But it's really troubling to me to hear these series of quotes come out of her mouth. Now, let's move forward here. Let's talk about economic news. We understand, you and I, that our trade deficit we've never seen anything like this. Debts and deficits are ballooning. Okay, so we found out today, imagine my shock here, import prices are surging and retail sales are cratering. And like I said, can you believe that stock futures are higher across the board? Just lovely. The worse the economic news is, the higher the market's going to go. And of course, you would expect stock futures to be higher if you have a Fed president, demon, explaining that the Fed is in a good place with regard to monetary policy. That means they're going to keep buying it all. In fact, buy more. And then the Fed still is still far from its goals. The Fed is still far from its goals, meaning to the market, don't worry about it. I told you they were going to parade out Fed presidents. I told you this days ago that they were going to do this, and here we go. It's right in our freaking face. She's not going to be the only one that's going to be paraded out with the same narrative. Oh, the Fed is far from its goals. Translation to the market is, we're going to buy it all. So don't worry about it. Get in here and just, don't worry. The market's going higher. Period. The end. Period. The freaking end. Right out of the demon's mouth. And why am I calling her a demon? Open up a new window. I dare you, yet again, and go and just Google or whatever search engine you use, Fed President Loretta Mester. Look at that face and you tell me she is not the spawn of the devil. All right. The whole Federal Reserve is the spawn of the devil. It's so freaking sick. Look, I'm getting myself all upset. So as I said, stock futures are higher across the board. Dollar is getting hit. 10-year yield stable. Crude oil getting propped up. Oh, don't worry. Everything's back on track because the Fed is far from its goals. Thank you, Demon Loretta Mester from the Fed. Unbelievable. Cryptocurrencies getting a bit higher across the board. Dash as well. Gold and silver are catching a bit. People, that's where we stand. This freak show, and it started, look, Do you think I want to start my day by drinking a cup of coffee and looking at the demon from the Federal Reserve herself spew out this crap out of her freaking pie hole? It's unbelievable. And then like I said, what really bothers this guy, why doesn't anyone ask the right questions? Okay, so you believe inflation is temporary? Tell me why. Why is the Federal Reserve creating artificial demand with regard to buying mortgage-backed securities and inflating a super bubble in housing? It's an incredible thing. Why is the Fed far from its goals? How's the economy doing? How about we're in free fall? Proof, more proof. I mean, this morning, every day, it's the same thing, people. Anyway, I'm telling you all right now that you need to act, okay? You need to act. You got to get yourself on the right side of this equation. And that means, yet again, people, you know what I'm going to say? Bet against the debt. Become your own central bank. Hold hard assets. And yes, that means hold cryptocurrencies unless you want to stay in the dollar. Stay in the dollar. Good. Those of you that believe, I don't know, cryptocurrencies are not a good way to make money, although they're making a lot of people very wealthy, including myself. Okay. I've been telling you people to buy Bitcoin since it was like $3,000. Okay, one of the best tips I've ever given all of you in the history of the world. Just a couple of weeks ago, I told you to buy Dash. The only two cryptocurrencies I've ever said to buy outright here, and Dash has already put on a substantial gain in just 2 weeks. But no, you stay in the dollar. You do that. I can't believe there are people that are still. They talk bad about cryptocurrencies, but they think the dollar is fantastic. People, here again, it's impossible to make this stuff up. This is what is called the dumbing down process. They've created legions of mental retards. You understand? That's what they have done here. And people just don't act. They sit there and they do nothing when this channel is all about acting, taking action to protect yourself. I tell you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. But I can't hold your hand and make you do anything. So you sit back and you watch the freak show, you listen to the demon creature from the Federal Reserve. Anyway, that's it, people. As you can see, this stuff gets to me sometimes. It really does. This guy here loves you a lot. Please share the video. Think about what I'm saying here and think about what you need to do if you haven't done something already. I sincerely hope you're already your own central bank. You're betting against the debt, becoming your own central bank, taking advantage of the freak show market that is going much, much higher, along with the cryptocurrency market, which is going much, much higher. Anyway, take advantage of suppressed assets, people. Physical gold, more importantly, physical silver. Stock up on this stuff because we are in a hyper bubble in debt that is beyond, and freaking beyond. I'm out of here. See you at the end of the day.